Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Emo Brown podcast. This week's Local Love. Who do we got on the couch? We got Collin Corrigan of Cervecería Transpeninsular. Corrigan, not a stranger to San Diego, is embarking on a new endeavor. We're here to talk all about it. But before that, a little shout out to our sponsors, Liquid Death.
Yeah, buddy.
Well done, fool. That was sick. I feel like
Now let's do it in under 3 minutes.
The less things I have to do.
Sorry.
The less things I have to do like that, the better you killed it.
That was
You
good.
killed, and we're gonna see if you killed it with your guest today. He hasn't been on in a while.
Yeah, you've had him on before.
Yeah, I've had him on before.
Yeah.
I had him on before, and then
Couple
we took-
times.
You know, he's
Has
right
it
here.
been twice?
It's been twice. We did 3, but remember we pulled one episode
Because
for
you
some
were a little bit
comment.
racist on that one, dude.
No,
We had it with-
no. It was for other reasons. I don't want to say it again.
What words?
'cause I
What
have to
words
pull
were used on
as
this
well.
one? On that episode?
I told you.
Welcome back, Collin. We've all been clamoring to have you back on
Oh,
here.
thank you.
And now with your new marketing guru, Jeff Lozano, and El Compa Dick Drippy,
El DG, as he likes to be called.
we're back again. Tell us a little bit about what's been going on in your life. What are you doing? Where are you from? What have you done?
Well, right on, Steve. I'm stoked to be back. Jeff, thanks. Finally get to meet the infamous Barry, too.
El
I've been,
Compa Barry Swallows.
been waiting to meet this guy. So since last time I saw you, bro, I moved up to Washington because my wife and I decided to have another child in this interesting world. So I have Collin Jr. now. He's 2.5 years old.
Very nice, man. Congratulations.
Cutie,
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it
That's
still
awesome.
works.
Yes,
Little
man.
dude.
How old are you?
I am 55 in 2 weeks.
So at 53, it was still working.
Yeah.
Out of you, bro.
I know.
There's hope for you, Steve.
I'm
But
good.
remember, I had to work it the other way because
Well,
we had this. So thanks to Tijuana Technology,
you reverse vasectomized.
No, we had a
In vitro.
What does that mean?
That's a lot of
You
work.
did it in Latin?
They pull it behind. They take it out from
Is there a
behind.
Nirvana album?
put it in- yeah, it's the real deal.
Neta.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy, man.
Okay, walk me through that.
Okay.
What's going on there?
Okay. So short story long. My wife is obviously 20 years younger than me, so
Okay.
she's primed to have children.
She's
so no
50.
problem.
Obviously.
She's
Yeah.
50.
She's
then.
50 years old
Okay.
today.
All right,
Actually,
nice.
congratulations to her. No.
Chivato.
So basically, they extract semen from behind the sack. From
Why
the
do you have
vasectomy.
semen in your rectal area?
Why do you?
How did that
I don't think that's where it comes from.
Is that where semen comes
That's where they
Just
pulled
left
it
over from
from.
college.
It's probably someone else's child for all I
Jesus,
know.
look
man.
what
It could have been. There's a
Maybe.
mix-up at the.
Jeez.
Whoops. I mean,
No, that
why-
kid looks like you, dude.
Well, he
I
has
didn't
brown
know you
eyes,
could
so-
have.
That kid looks like you.
You could provide the proper essentials to making a child post-vac
Yeah.
vasectomy.
Yeah, they pull
It's
it.
still
they-
in there.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Good on you, man.
Yeah.
Look at you.
So we did that, and then we took about 3 years to try. Like, we actually tried to get pregnant. I was very excited because we said we'd never live in the States and never have children together.
Uh-huh.
Next thing you know, we were living in Washington, and we
Check
had
and
kids.
check.
Yeah.
Yeah, it got it both out of the way.
Yeah.
So we had little Collin Jr., Collin Emilio Corrigan Sanchez.
Enga.
Don't ever question this
Oh,
man's
dude.
Mexican.
Well, him we will, but not young Collin. Yeah, young Collin.
With a name
it's
like
the
that.
Yeah,
Collin Emiliano
Corrigan.
Corrigan Sanchez.
Ingesu.
Good on you,
Pretty
man.
deep, huh?
His driver's license is going to look like a CVS.
Yeah.
That's a receipt, man. Can I see your paperwork? He's like, fring.
Like a rolled Rolodex.
Nice, man. Of all the people, I usually know that Mexicans who act like white people are called coconuts.
Okay.
You, my friend, are the reverse coconut. You're a nut coco because you are a white guy, hella Mexicanized, bro. You have a business in Ensenada. Tell us all about that.
Yeah, so Cervecería Transpeninsular. Been going on 9 years. We opened.
9 fucking
We opened
years,
right around
bro.
the same time 3 Punk Ales did.
Congratulations. That's hard to do.
It
in
is,
the
bro.
U.S., I can only imagine what it's like to do down in Baja, bro.
Oh, bro,
a good
lot of
spot,
challenges,
too.
but we're doing it. You know, we've gone through some trials and tribulations. Gabby, my lovely wife, is really driving the pile. She's really taken, the airwaves at the brewery. And oh, look at that!
Those wings are amazing, by the way, guys. If you haven't had them, those are some killer.
When's the last
ass
time you
wings.
popped in?
I went when we went on a cruise. We took the kiddos, my parents, myself, and the kiddos all went on a Disney cruise. And one of the ports was in Ensenada. And we said, hey, let's go get some drinks.
Yeah, they give you like 15 minutes to go
we
explore
had
for a little
like
bit.
6 hours,
Yeah, they
7
give you
hours.
time.
We had a lot of time. So I was
Nice.
like, I don't want to be in the fucking on the ship. The kids did. So the kids stayed with wifey. And I said, hey, let's go get some drinks. Let's go visit. Went to Doble C. Went to a nice little marisco joint. And then we went to Transpeninsular, bro. Yeah, so less than 2 years ago.
spot, bro.
Yeah, it's not been that long.
I put in a call. I sent a fucking SOS. Nada, bro. I said, güey, ya no vive aquí.
no me
They were
digas mamadas,
they're like, ese
cabrón.
güey ya no vive
He was
aquí,
there,
bro.
too. He was just hiding behind FV1.
He's like, ese güey está en Washington.
Estoy en Washington.
It's like, damn,
Washington.
bro.
No,
9 years in Ensenada is bananas. Congrats, bro.
Thank you. Yeah, but I've lived there close to 20-something years now. I was just telling Barry the story, but it's been good. I've been stoked on having the business there. The only thing that's been challenging is the infrastructure. Ensenada is changing a lot. It's harder to get around. They're putting more towers up and not planning any more stoplights or any street fixes. So the city needs to reset because it will fall into the ocean if they don't.
My name is Collin. I'm running for Ensenada, dude.
I will be the new mayor, Presidente
Mayor
Municipal.
Adams, Mayor of Ensenada.
That would be a short-lived fucking
I would not
term,
last
dude.
a week.
Did you guys see the video of the potential Colombian president?
Yeah.
Who he didn't get clipped. As of this morning, I saw that
No, I
he was
didn't- I didn't see that.
he was still in the hospital.
Wait, what happened?
Yeah, yeah.
I saw the
Can
video.
you
I didn't see
believe
anything
that?
about it though.
Yeah, he's not dead, bro. They're going through their election process in Colombia,
Right, yeah.
and they
Should I
are.
show it?
I don't think there's nothing to show because you don't see him pass.
No.
And he took, I think
But
it's like
it's
2
gnarly?
point blank shots to the dome, bro.
Like right from the back. Just-
Big ups to him. He took it like a
ups to him,
champion.
man.
Dude. He took it like a champion. Obviously, he's like in critical condition in the hospital,
Yeah,
but he's not
fuck.
dead. They're going back to fucking what's it called, Escobar era back down there, bro. So
Yeah, it's
maybe
still
not
a
go to
long
Colombia
road.
for a little bit.
Yeah, probably
Don't
not.
run over there. Don't run for that.
Well, we also have our problems down south too. I mean, not going to get into it, but it's not the pretty happy place everyone thinks it is. Still a lot of body dumps and things going on down there.
But don't be discouraged. Visit Cervecería
to-
Transpeninsular.
but don't worry,
The
come
wings
down,
are
you'll be
amazing.
A-okay.
My body's been a dump for years.
Here we go. We don't want to talk about what kind of dump it's for.
Nope. Yeah,
9
man.
years down there, you hightailed it up while in the midst of your success, and you opened another business in San Diego.
Yep. So we had Collin. We had him in Washington because my sister-in-law lives in Yakima and her husband works for the Yakima chief. So we decided instead of having him in San Diego, we decided to have him in Yakima.
So he's a Seattle Mariner fan.
No, he's a Padre fan.
Well,
Don't put that on.
Excuse us.
He is a Seahawks fan because I do not support anything that has LA in front of it. So the Chargers
Fair
no
enough.
longer exist for me.
Yeah, well done.
Yeah, I could side with that one.
I'm sorry. I'm a San Diego fan.
Don't apologize to us. You're such
We're
a
sorry,
San
Steven.
Diego fan. You uprooted and you went to Washington. That's how much of a San Diego fan Collin is, bro. It's all right.
man.
Tell me what you
No.
went to go do though. You went over there.
We went up there to have Collin, and then Gabby decided, hey, it's time for me to get my residence, and Emily, my daughter. So instead of doing it in San Diego and getting thrown into a long line up there in Yakima,
the back
it
of
was
the truck.
Yeah,
in a tire.
it was a lot easier and more convenient to do it in Washington. So we got her residence.
Nice.
So the family all has.
Felicidades,
Thanks,
bro.
bro. Appreciate it.
Is there any truth to this? I was reading that you can no longer get like a default residency simply by marrying an American anymore.
That's correct. It's not an automatic shoe-in.
Okay.
And the whole deal with this anchor baby deal, if there's
The views expressed by Collin and his upcoming business do not reflect Emo Brown or anything. Sir, anchor baby is such a horrible term.
I know.
I am anchor baby.
But that's what it's referred to. I mean,
I am
that's
an anchor baby.
yep.
Well,
Yo soy anchor baby?
the point being is it's with a one U.S. citizen parent having a child in the U.S. constitutes immediate dual citizenship. There's no
Okay.
fighting that.
Okay.
That was what I meant. I don't use the word a baby either, but my son is a
Hey,
proud.
we punked him into retracting that real quick,
Hey,
man.
whoa,
You
snip
did.
that
fool. My son is a proud dual citizen.
Very nice. Good for him.
Yes, he has all of his paperwork. He has his Sentry card already.
Nice.
He has his.
Do you not have your Sentry yet, Jeff?
It expired, bro.
Mine is
He told me
expired
that
currently,
the
too.
other day.
Mine's expired,
I
too,
let
but I
mine
submitted my
expire, and
paperwork.
then-
You got to start all over.
No,
No, you
dude.
don't. You don't. You have like a year
Right.
or 6 months, but you have to at least start the
What?
paperwork. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine expired on my birthday. Cinco de Mayo. And I just submitted the paperwork like in April. And it says, okay, you're good. We're backlogged. So you're good in our system until we get to you.
Yeah, as long as you pay the initiation fee.
$125.
Yeah.
I heard it's still like a year though.
I've been
yeah,
waiting.
it's-
This is on my second year to get my Sentry.
But you've never had. Is it your first
Never had it,
application?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mine will be a renewal.
You're fine.
But it's still gonna.
You got to just pay your renewal fee.
Yeah,
Do
pay
that
the renewal
ASAP.
fee, and then they'll call you randomly. The thing is,
Dude, I
Barry,
haven't had my Sentry though. Prior to that, I hadn't had my Sentry for a long time.
for moons.
And so I was just kind of comfortable just like jumping out of the car, bro, just running
Doing
to
the
make
walk
line,
line.
walking.
You
and
know what?
getting
It
picked up.
doesn't hurt that you look like a Russian wrestler. I mean,
I
that's
just
gonna
go
always-
in.
Yeah, and then
In fact, you know, like the motorcycles just carved through. I can just walk through.
Like he's gonna put me in an arm bar. I don't want to deal with this guy.
Yeah. It's a new location.
You got to
Location.
keep calling though if
United
you
States.
want to move up the ladder. My advice is to give them a call. There's a phone number you can call and actually not sit on hold forever. And you call and you go, hey, I'm just checking on the status.
I'm gonna get that number from you.
This guy knows.
Check out this ice apologist over here. Jesus Christ, bro! No wonder
another-
you moved to
I
Washington.
know a guy.
man.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, Washington was pretty rad. Living in Yakima, we got really close to the farms with the hops, which helped our business a lot. So we cut out middleman, no Yakima chief, no distributors. We
Just you
buy from farms.
handling it.
Yeah, we buy
Hopping
direct
right
from
along.
farms.
Well, you also had an intent when you were up there getting all the hops to find a more feasible way to funnel some of the sexy, cool hops down south.
Yeah, that is and was the goal, and now we're basically distributing products, certain varieties, to all the other Mexican brewers,
Big ups to Collin.
helping out.
During the COVID transactions, we were all in a bind for aluminum, for cans, for crowlers, things of that nature. And they were backlogged rather, and there was no way to tell how soon you were going to get crowlers.
Yeah.
We're in a nice little position because we're not a big brewery. We're a small brewery. We can live off a pallet a month, pallet every 2 months, whatever, and we'll be fine. So Collin was slanging pallets of crowlers. I don't know if this is an illegal conversation.
We were the distributor.
You're an official
we're the
distributor.
Do I need to do
distributor
the voice
for
changer?
Crowlers.
Do the voice changer.
Give him the voice changer when he talks next, bro.
Okay, go.
So he was able to procure pallets of fucking crowlers for us, and we would just pay him, and we would get them.
Neta?
And then I, on the back end,
Oh,
would
shit.
slang them to other breweries, bro.
Bro, now that should be cut
That's
out.
illegal? Okay, no, I didn't do that.
That's
Never did that.
What was the guy's name that was picking him up?
He's on camera, PJ. We fucking,
Oh, my bad. My bad.
You gotta blow his face, too.
That's
no, man. So
awesome.
it's good to see that you're still paying it forward and helping out other breweries with hops and such, man.
Absolutely, it's working out really well.
You have to do that, you think, down there, being the only white dude only in a brewery. Does it help the relationship with the neighboring breweries?
It's a controversial answer because I don't do it for that reason. But I think some of them that don't truly understand my sincerity, that they think that's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
Okay,
before.
I feel you.
But the ones that really get it realize that I'm actually trying to help our beer community get better.
Who
at
really
making
gets
beer.
it down there?
Who really gets it?
Give
I would-
me two.
Okay, I would say Insurgente.
Ese way.
Yeah.
Damian.
Damien,
Big up Damian.
Damien and Ivan, super
Big
good
up
guys.
Ivan.
Yeah.
Friends of the show.
They are.
Beautiful guys. And there are distributors now, Cuatro de Grados for Transpeninsula and Tijuana.
Okay.
Yeah,
Heck
so,
yeah.
so we have a nice partnership. I'd say some of the newer generation brewers that are coming up, Cerveceria Casco, obviously Doble C, they get it.
Costco, huh? Cerveceria Costco.
Yeah, yeah.
They make nice beer.
Say some fucking
Oh, they have a
Yo,
white,
Kirkland
they have
IPA.
they have a line.
How do you say helmet in Spanish?
Costco.
Well, they're good homies. But I still think some of the like legacy guys still think, oh, this fool's trying to fit in. I don't
9
even
years
fit in.
later, they still think you're trying to fit in, huh?
They're finally getting over it. In fact, it was really exciting because Eugenio, the owner of Wedland,
Okay.
actually invited us to the IPA Invitational that he's hosting.
It's a big
July
deal,
5th.
Stephen.
I can imagine.
Yeah, so it's basically us, Insurgente, Fauna,
Fauna.
and then it's Topa Topa from Ventura, Virgin,
Wow.
El Segundo,
All right.
and it's basically
Well done,
an IPA, a West Coast IPA.
Here I am waiting for Ballast Point. Here I am waiting for
And-
3 Punk.
Yeah, I was waiting for 3 punks while you're over there waiting for bells.
Waiting.
I knew we weren't going to be.
Oh my God.
That could change, though, because I have a friend, Collin Corrigan.
We might bring.
I
some
need you to
scope
vouch
in.
for us. Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
But no, that's short story long. It's been good helping the other craft brewers down there, giving
Good on
them
you.
good lot numbers, not just new varieties, but lot numbers that could trace, and not just onion bombs and random box of Citra. We
I
actually
too am a Mexican brewery. I would like to be added to that list of these,
happy to help.
of these fucking
No, I'm
hops.
serious.
These top tier front experimental hops that
Hey,
you're,
if
you're
Ke-
slinging illegally in Mexico.
Well, if Kevin
Legally?
would answer his phone, no, just kidding.
No, you call me.
We'd happy to help you, man. Seriously,
you.
we
All right.
we bring them down by the pallet. In fact, Ballast Point helped us out on our first couple loads because
I bet he did.
the same people that they sell the hops to Ballast and also to Fall and also to Ghost Town up in San Fran and Oakland.
Friends of the show, all of those
All of
guys,
them.
all of them.
Yeah,
Oh,
all
Big
homies.
Ghost Town is a shit, too.
And we would drop them off at Ballast with Alex, and then we would peel off our pallet, and then and then take it to the border. And Damien and Ivan would bring it across for us correctly.
Mm-hmm.
And then we store it in Otay in their refrigerator, and then I bring it to Ensenada. So they never leave. They never leave cold storage.
Tell me you've been watching Narcos, bro. I see
He knows the whole
He knows the whole way
He
it
knows
works,
the whole
bro.
circuit.
The moves, bro. I got someone that knows somebody.
Dude, you don't get a fair shake sometimes down there for all the stuff that you've done
Here we go.
with the no. I mean, I'm not gonna mention any names. I'm not
Let the glazy comments, bro. Go ahead.
a Baja apologist. I've known Collin for a long time. You gave Ballast Point actually the first fair shake when we were going through all our stuff with the Constellation deal down south and stuff. And unbeknownst to you, because you didn't even know that we were on the cusp of being an independent brewery again. You were he was the first dude to say, "Hey, we fuck with Ballast Point. We like you guys.
Absolutely.
We liked everything that you've done for the industry. You're welcome as far as we're concerned." And so you were able to kind of like, I don't know, put weird politics aside and just show us like a cool, you embraced us, right?
We haven't
And
really
at that
talked too
time-
much about that era with you.
Yeah.
Did you guys get a lot of people that just kind of turned
Yeah.
their back on you?
Oh,
yeah, big
Yeah,
time.
a lot.
What
Well, they're
about
not
us at
crap.
Three
A lot.
Tongue?
No.
What's up?
And by the way, the few times that we have spoken about it on the show, we've talked about that, and I've told you that. Well, actually, I didn't tell you. You told
I'm
me
ready. Go ahead, tell me.
that you and Three Punks have always been behind Ballast Point.
What's up,
you
dog?
guys have always shown us love, and so I'm not saying that everybody turned their back. In fact, quite honestly, I think
A lot of them
there
did.
was a lot of people that were actually rooting for us, but like. To bring it back around, you guys did. We went to do a collaboration with Transpeninsular over there with Collin, and at that time when he greenlit that collab, when he said, "Yeah, come down and we're gonna make a beer with you guys," nobody knew that we were about to be an independent brewery again. So as far as they knew, as far as everybody knew,
You were still
we were still
corporate buyouts.
we were
Yeah.
still Constellation brands, right? And
You were still stealing water from Mexicali.
you can go and do your own
were still
research
doing
about everything that happened in Mexicali.
We don't want to talk about that.
You can go ahead and do your own. Hey, dude,
ahead.
plenty of people have their own opinions,
Yeah.
and I'm sure plenty of people were actually affected. But quite honestly,
I think
I didn't know anything about it. I literally was so far away from that.
Jeff, ignorance is bliss Lozano.
You know, ignorance is one tenth of the law.
Dude. But that does not take
did
away
this-
from Collin.
How did this me giving you props turn into?
I appreciate all the good stuff. from both you
Anyways,
guys.
let me finish my goddamn story. We go over there, we do the collaboration, it gets brewed, we have a good time. You were humble, your team was gracious. They showed us what you guys do over there and we appreciated it. Anyways, when the beer was ready to be released, what was it, the day of?
Yeah, the day of the release, it was announced that they were bought by Kings and Convicts.
Nice. We're single again.
Yeah, so we
were
named the beer
independent.
Independiente.
Ese way.
Baltic Porter.
That's Spanish.
A Baltic Porter.
Big beer. Yeah.
Yes, it is.
It was
How
our
do you, brother?
anniversary beer.
Nice. I'm waiting for that invite so we can do a little collaboration.
I'm waiting.
bro.
We've already done the home. Now we need
Yeah.
to do the away because
I'm
we've
ready.
already done a collab in your guys' facility. I would be honored to have you
I don't know
guys
if
down.
Kevin can cross the border. I can
you
because
will.
I have a Sentry.
Yes.
It's in process.
Mine is cleared, bro.
Oh, I thought you were saying that you just have to wait now.
When you apply to renew it, you're good, bro.
Yeah, it
Green
lets
light.
you- it lets you
pasa
keep
nada,
it going,
papa.
yeah.
No pasa nada.
Yeah,
We'll
it's a
talk
re-
about this after.
it's an
Hey, I'm
interesting-
gonna make a
Like a
call to your
conversation
guy.
for the
I want the
Pay
number
your
of the
shit.
guy.
No, just pay your fucking renewal fee.
Got it.
That's it. How long ago did it expire?
February.
Pay your renewal shit. You got like 6 months, bro. So
Yeah.
you're coming up close. Because after the 6 months, you do have to control alt delete and start the process over. Within those 6 months, you pay like $125 or some shit, and then it'll literally like pop, 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 give you a receipt, and it'll say, okay,
I gotta do
you're,
that.
You're ready to
It
travel
shows
again.
gotta
in
do that
process
tonight.
and it allows you to cross.
Yeah.
Steve's right. It lets like the renewal fee extends your because they're so backlogged.
Yeah,
that
very
it
much.
allows you to continue on. You don't gain time though. So by the time this is a trick though. When you get your Sentry, you didn't get that period for free. It takes away from the next
That's fine.
lens, which is fine.
we're
which
still
is cool.
using it, you
Yeah,
know?
when you're zapping across, it's a lot easier.
Well, that's great information, but this isn't about me. This is about you,
Well,
Collin.
we want you to make sure you can go back because ICE is around the corner. And I know you voted for certain things, but they're not going to save you right now.
I know a
They're
guy.
going to send your ass
I know
back,
a
dog.
guy.
All of us.
But no, look, honestly, dude, all of that was just a testament to basically your philosophy on the whole thing, your dedication to the industry, and it's fucking obvious, bro. So I'm glad that you're doing well. You're coming up on almost a decade of business down there. And would you say that you've been an integral part of transforming the craft beer scene? And if you don't want to be
No, I'm happy to drop some knowledge
boisterous
on
or
that.
humble about it. That's fine.
I'll be straight. I mean, honestly,
Thank
other
God.
than
Finally somebody on the show.
yeah, I'll be straight. As
One
well.
out of 4 people.
well,
is
there
straight.
goes there goes my excitement.
What drew me to making the brewery anyways was because I was in textiles, and when I was seeing Wedland and Insurgente and these guys making beer, I'm not going to lie, it was challenging beer. It was like glorified homebrew, but it was exciting because those guys were pioneering what San Diego had done. So it was nice that they brought it across. And by the time I started Transpeninsular, the beer was getting a lot better, but I do feel that we had a lot to do in our company to like raise the standard for Ensenada as far as quality.
Outta
I'm
you,
not
bro.
going to lie.
Good for you.
And then now I see all the beers that the above mentioned guys, everyone's making award-winning beer. I mean,
Everyone's making Baltic porters now, bro.
Yeah. I mean, honestly,
Did you guys ever make a Baltic
No,
Porter?
we just make a porter.
Damn, Kevin.
Yeah.
But dig this: Wedland has got 2 years consecutive with World Beer Cups,
Awesome.
silvers. I mean,
Awesome.
silvers. That's hard to get. And then Insurgente just scooped up a bronze this year
Yeah,
for the
yeah,
Dragula.
yep.
So that's a testament to our industry in general moving up the ladder. And
You
I'm
literally
proud of those
tipped your
guys.
cap right now.
I did.
That was a literal tip of the cap.
That was a tip of the Baja
like, hey,
Bound cap.
Woo, team.
Emo Brown first.
But yeah,
Outta
no,
you, bro.
textiles was killing me, and I realized that Ensenada needed a family place, and that's why I opened up Transpeninsula. Period.
Very nice.
And then we did it at the same time that 3 Punk was.
Yeah,
opening up.
we're pulling up on 8 years now. So you got a nice little 1 year like a cushion and advantage. Good for
Yeah.
you, man.
been
What
good.
has that done now? Because you're back up north now.
Yep.
You've been booted out of Mexico. Your wife is obviously running the brewery down there.
Yeah.
What are you doing up here?
So I got fired. My wife has fired me. Gabby said, "Get out of here." Just
Thanks for the baby. You can go now.
yeah. Thanks for all the good times. Thanks for the paperwork. Next, what comes usually. It's like baby, paperwork, boob job. We're good.
Vámonos.
Right? Vámonos, cabrón. So no, I've been giving
She's
up.
gonna divorce you after this show. I have a feeling.
1000%.
I have a feeling
She
after this
divorces me all
episode.
the
After the
time.
boob job.
I get divorced a lot, actually.
Common law divorce, bro.
Yeah, it happens a lot. But no, all joking aside, I had an opportunity to open up or consult with 2 guys that had their real estate agents or flippers in North Park.
Okay.
And this location on Adams was slated to be North Park Brew Co.'s 3rd or 4th satellite tap room.
Okay.
And 11th hour, they decided to not move forward on the lease.
Big up Kelsey, friend of the show.
Yeah, Kelsey's awesome. And they decided, hey, we're going to walk away and we're going to go to PB, which they did. And so the owners of the building, who coincidentally are one of them's a friend of mine, who's also a Baja guy, Ted Donovan. And him and his brother Mike said, hey, look, we don't know dick all about a tap room or restaurant, but we're already built in. We have a cold room here. We already have the license underway. Will you come and consult? And I'm like, sure, but I'm in Washington. So I parked it, and then I came back in September, and they said, you're hired. So then Jeff from Baja Bound, he is another huge friend and is now a fan of the show. And he
Big up.
supports insurance for automotive cars that people drive
Very
around.
nice. Yeah.
He invested, and he said,
Sounds like a potential sponsor, bro.
actually, you could. I told Jeff this.
Bro.
Actually, long story short, I told Jeff the same thing. He'd be willing to be involved in some capacity with your guys' program.
We want to insure people when they go down there,
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean,
the
he's
real
the
deal.
biggest. It's the biggest company, right? That does it down there.
Baja Bound, other than like Instant Auto Insurance and those drive-through sketchy ones that if you really get in an accident, you'll
Max
actually be in
Insure.
trouble. Those ones actually work, but they're for people that have it just for peace of mind. But when you actually have a problem, you'll find out what you bought.
Right.
Oof.
It's
that's
just
true,
what it
man.
is.
No, that's
Yeah,
fucking
no,
true.
it
It's
is.
happened to my parents, bro.
Bro, it's a really-
happened to my parents.
Yeah, Baja Bound has modernized the way it is and stuff. But anywho, Jeff said, hey, I'll do it if you're going to take the lead because we don't know anything about restaurant, but we want to give something to San Diego. So we created the concept again, kind of like what I was doing with El Cruce, is to bring Baja to San Diego.
Very nice.
So this time it's kind of a crossover. It's going to be legacy brewers of San Diego and then friends of San Diego like yourself and a few a couple other guys, cycle them through. So it'll be Ballast, Coronado, Pizza Port, Ale Smith, Coronado,
So nice. You named them twice.
Carl Strauss. I
That's a
said
good
that,
one.
yeah.
Yeah.
And what's the other one?
What? Which one?
One of the brewers. Not the guys that make Sapporo, though. They're not making the cut.
Oh well,
Yeah.
those guys can. Those guys have other
Yeah.
places to be.
And then Pioneers of Baja. So Insurgente, Wedland, Transpeninsular, Baja Brewing. And then we're going to have Alejo from down there in Guadalajara.
Very nice.
Loba,
man.
what is it?
Loba. Cerveceria Loba. And then the menu was initially going to be kind of a spin of Valle meets Ensenada meets San Diego. Then this cat right here introduced me to Danny Romero, who is also from Mexicali, Calexco area. He's a very up and coming, amazing chef here. That's was part of Wormwood, part of Addison. and just built out Pony Boy down there at the Pearl. And we're doing
Pony
a spin
Boy.
on Baja to Taco Bell. So we're going to have a fun spin on Taco Bell with a Baja flair.
Shut up.
Yeah, it's
dude.
gonna be a sick ass
I'll show you
concept,
pictures
dude.
after the show. It's pretty legit.
Fuck that. Bring food, bro. Show
Well, I'm
us.
gonna
You
have
had
you
me at
guys
Taco
in.
Bell.
Bro, we had a tasting the other
ahead,
day.
go
We had
ahead.
a tasting for this. Basically, before we roll out the full menu, just kind of like picking at the concepts. So Danny was in the truck and he was just cooking it all up for us. And dude,
Bom, bom.
I was already excited about it, dude. And I knew it was going to be good.
You're a big Danny Romero fan.
He's one of my brothers.
He's
I only know his name or what he does through you.
He's a really cool guy.
one of my best
Super
friends in the
humble,
world.
Amazing chef, really cool, low key dude. And we're doing kind of like what Eddie's doing. We're working out of a food truck. So like Eddie down at La Nacional, how he
Big
has a
ups to
truck.
Nacional, friends of the show.
Yeah, good stuff. I'm stoked that it's going well there too. It's good for them too. But yeah, it's going to be good. We're going to have a family-friendly, pet-friendly patio area. Be able to find good beer on tap. No liquor, just
Straight up beer, wine.
beer and wine.
So
and-
it sounds very similar to Cruz at 241.
yeah, basically, but less on the fancy, tweezer using,
Okay.
Ensenada Valle feel. It's going to be more easier, fun food, but good food. And we're really focusing on all of our providers. We're going to make it known. Hey, we're using Pacific Shellfish. Hey, we're using, Liquor Store Mike for the logo.
Big ups,
Yeah.
Sally Liquor Store Mike.
Yeah.
Friend of the show.
I
Fuck the
couldn't
Dodgers.
thank him enough. He did a great job on the
Yeah.
art. These guys are killing it. Everyone of our partners, we're not using Cisco or US Foods or any of those guys. We're using all local providers.
Northgate.
Northgate.
R.I.P.
Northgate.
Oh no, that was what was that place that shut down on University?
Vallartas. Pancho Villas.
Pancho Villas.
Pancho Villas, bro.
Those are fun stores, man.
Hey, dude, those were some
Pancho
down
Villas,
at
nice.
tortillas, man.
Dude,
when I used to work down there in City Heights, we'd be popping in there at least once a week. Bro.
Well, what's amazing is when you walk into those grocery stores, you literally feel like you're back in Mexico. I mean, there's shit all over the floor. There's, the aisles are tighter.
Motherfucking
People ain't waiting in line.
Shout out Northgate.
You'll be shit on the floor.
You literally feel like you're at Soriana.
Bro, we literally go to Northgate every weekend, bro.
I love
every
it there.
fucking weekend we're at Northgate. And the kids, they think it's Mexico.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, mijo, ni este, bájale de huevo. You sound like
Even
fucking
smells
Jeff.
like Fabuloso.
Is there a
in
cara de
there.
nas
It
around
does.
here?
It
Yeah.
does
The
smell like
mopping in the middle of the
Fabulosos, bro.
shopping.
Ole,
you're
vale,
like,
verga, güey. Just fabuloso.
Yeah.
Whatever,
They
dude.
just they sprinkle.
No wet. There's no like
have
wet
like a
floor signs. There's just a lady there just telling you.
There's a sprinkle
A ver si
technique.
te caes,
Like,
pues.
it's
Well,
like
it's not the
water and
wetness, it's the
dirt.
shit.
You're surrounding
All
yourself
the
with
shit.
I'm
some
more
heavy,
worried about.
All the shit.
some heavy hitters. You've got Jeff and his team.
Yeah.
You got Liquor Store Mike and his team.
Yeah, they did. He did a great job. man.
You've got Legacy Breweries.
Yep.
You got heavy hitters from Baja. You got a Danny Romero as your fucking chef. You're operating out of the food truck. It seems to be the new way to operate a business when you're implementing a food component.
Correct. Yeah. It's a Type 41
Look at
license.
you, bro.
Yeah.
How do you feel about this venture?
I'm real excited because I'm going to be back in San Diego 3-4 days a week, be back to home. But I also, our hours are going to allow me to be home with my family on the regs as well. I don't mind commuting.
Wait, the family's still in Washington?
No, we're all back.
Everyone's
in Ensenada.
done in Washington. You
We're
guys back down Ensenada.
We're
Okay,
done with
okay.
Washington other than keeping our residence. We have our license plates and our IDs and
That's a
all that.
smart move right now, brother.
Yeah.
That is a very smart.
We got our.
They're going to deport your ass. Out of here, dog.
We heard that you're really, really Mexican.
bro.
Yeah, but no, it's cool. And Gabby helped a lot with the creative side of Una Más. And I basically am the operations manager for it, and pretty excited.
Well, who helped with this coined phrase, Barrio Adams?
I know you like that. I know you're gonna get.
I
it.
fucking love
Say
it.
it again. Say it again.
Barrio. Oh, wait. Say it. You say it, motherfucker. Let me
Okay,
hear it.
listen
No,
here.
no. Say it.
Listen here, dude. No, listen here, Sonny. No, what happened was
What
Danny-
had happened was.
What had happened was the way my checking and my savings is set up.
No, the way Danny Goicolea split the reel, I was literally talking about how I was working with El Cruce, and then he cut right there to say the block.
Yeah.
And I was giving you credit, but the way he spun it made it sound like I was dropping dick on you, and I was not.
I didn't even
That
take
was
it. I didn't
not a
even take it as
that
that.
was
Yeah.
not a strategic maneuver
No,
by
no.
Barry,
Overpour.
Producer Barry, bring up the clip.
Pull it up.
When you pull up the clip.
Oh no!
I thought it was awesome because
I think it's great.
I thought it's.
Because I was thinking of you, bro.
It was no. It's direct. You're not dropping dick on us. You're
Good.
dropping dick in Adams.
As
Like
you
you're-
should be.
You're letting them know, it's like, hey, I'm coming back to San Diego,
cool.
and I'm doing shit on Adams that I feel vastly is needed. You need some fucking Baja Cuisine, a little bit of marisquín, operating. You can have some awesome beers that you can't normally find anywhere.
Right.
Well, excluding the fucking legacy beers. But I'm
Valle
talking-
Guadalupe wines.
Yeah, we're gonna have wine some Valle, but it was really giving a shout out to you because I really appreciated being on the block with you in 3rd Avenue. It was a good experience. I just
First
wish
off,
it
it's
would've-
not my block. Contrary to popular belief,
it's not your
3rd
block?
Avenue is not my
That's all I
block.
hear.
I just have a little corner of it there on 3rd Avenue, bro. It's the best corner on 3rd
love when you
Avenue.
say that, though,
but
the block.
still, la
I love
cuadra, compa. It's la cuadra. And I was starting to get a few DMs. And, hey, who's this guy, dog? We good? I was like, yeah, we're good.
It's not my block, but everybody has to check in on me when it comes to anything
we good with this guy?
Mexican.
I feel like he's talking shit. I was like,
Our friend Collin is bringing
Look
a
at this,
Baca San Diego fusion style restaurant.
that's not it, bro. That's
not
it.
it.
That's
But
the
we
number
can
one.
definitely watch
That's
that.
Jeff.
Hey, you look
though.
hella fat there, bro.
Yeah, I was gonna say the
That
same
was
thing
like
about you.
72, 71.
The eating disorder took effect.
Hey, we're here.
Hey, I think it's one of the newer ones.
Yeah, it's
You
It's
tell me.
right there on the
This
roof.
one.
The
That
one
one.
that-
No,
really?
no.
I've been living
No,
in
no,
that-
no, no,
nope,
no,
not that one.
No.
Yeah.
Go
Whoa, on
down.
the roof. This one?
Wait. Wait. Up.
Go up.
That one?
Try that one.
Let's see. I think that's
Dude.
The block.
I always like how Steve Garcia references 3rd Avenue as the block. I always tell him, we got our own block, dog. It's not about South Bay
Who's
all the
better than
time.
yours?
It's a big city called San Diego, you know what I mean? You're part of San Diego. We're part of San Diego.
that I
think
hear it for a
everyone's
second
part of
time.
San Diego, but this is our block. Adams Avenue, man.
Go ahead.
Trolley Barn Park all the way down to Kensington. This is our barrio.
This motherfucker said, this is our body. Oh.
Hey.
Body.
Body.
That's the white guy.
Bio.
For the record, it was full credit and respect to you, Steve. And
You don't know me
to-
shit, Colin.
No, you're a
Bro,
homie.
fuck,
You've
dog.
always been straight with me.
Don't apologize, Colin.
No, I'm
Never
not
a way that you can
apologizing.
misinterpret
I'm just saying
that.
it, the way
If
Danny.
it's one thing I've learned,
I never apologize.
if you're gonna drop dick, you gotta ride that
Oh,
dick
right.
all the way to the finish
That's
line,
all.
bro.
That's the wise words of Steven Garcia.
Once the dick is out, it doesn't go back in.
Right. Long, hard
Well,
dick.
Nah, bro, you're a good dude. I've always liked you, dog. What's going on? I don't listen to this little redheaded monster trying to fucking build a wedge in between us, dude.
No, you and I are good.
Yeah,
Well,
whenever he's offering you $150 cheaper, dude, I'll do it for
You're,
you.
dude, you're gonna get
By
what
the
you
end
pay
of the
for.
show, by
You're
the
gonna
end
get
of
what
the
you
show,
pay
I'll be doing
for.
it for free, man. Shit. No, but honestly, it was
Barrio.
fun. The way Overpour is doing our marketing with Danny and the
Overpour.
filming and
I like that.
I like
it's
it
like
too.
the way it came out organically right
yeah,
there.
yeah.
Organic,
Let's go.
non-GMO.
no, but Jeff and Danny are doing a great job for us, and we needed that to launch this project because I didn't do it with El Crusade, and obviously COVID took us out. But
Yeah, that was, you guys were handed a series of bad hands
Yeah.
in the whole cruce.
from the start to
I
finish,
think that's still a great fucking model to push out, and that actual the storefront and the way that building is laid out is fucking killer, dude.
Yeah.
that is a killer building, and the layout is very unique. But yeah, you got hit with COVID. There was a bunch of delays. I know these
know the
things.
story. We don't- yeah.
I know these things because I went through them, bro.
I
Like
remember
in,
that.
in Chula Vista, it's
No, it's your block.
it's
You know
like-
everything that's
I know, bro.
happening
It's
on
Don
your block.
Fanucci over here. They call me, dog.
Steve went through the same stuff with the
Oh yeah,
city,
dude. The
different
city,
permitting
yeah, like
processes.
it's just we weren't like the first, but we were kind of doing things along with Chula Vista Brewery and other tap houses on the block that hadn't been done on the block before.
Yeah.
So I feel like the city was also kind of learning and watching how things operate. And when you guys came along as well, it was in that same vein that a lot of pitfalls, bro, a lot of delays. And with delays comes money that you have to shell out. And when you're shelling out money and there's really no proposed opening date or end in sight, that shit fucking starts getting expensive real fast.
really quick, and you're signing the lease, and then obviously the guys we signed the lease with weren't helping us it out, so we don't even have to go down that rabbit hole.
Well, there's an amount of frustration that starts to fester, right? Like
Yeah.
with all that stuff aside, there's just that kind of chip on your shoulder after a while of like, well, shit, man, like
Yeah.
this is not going the way that we thought. And even when we accounted for worst case scenario, this is even worse than that.
Yes.
And so that's kind of fucked.
yeah, and everyone always goes, when are you opening? When are you opening? It's like, man, that's an open-ended question. We're going to open when we're open.
Nice.
It's
I
easier
like
to say
that.
it
But you
that
guys
way.
did end up opening. I went there a couple of times. I enjoyed it.
We opened. It was a great deal. We opened, then we got closed down
Yeah.
for COVID,
Yeah.
and we did to-go food. So we came right out of the gate doing, takeaway containers, which was an added margin eater.
Right.
You know what I
Bro,
mean?
we were buying little mason jars. We were buying all of the crowlers, everything.
Yeah.
And we were not alone. We were not independent to this struggle. Everybody in San Diego was doing
No,
that shit, bro.
everyone
Everyone
across
was
the United
doing
States. It was all of us, but in our little area known as the block, we did our best to
By Collin, apparently.
the block.
No.
But it was a struggle, but
Yeah.
it was cool being, next to you and the other guys up there and Tim and
Fun
Dolly.
times, bro. Yeah, it was definitely fun times.
Yeah.
When are you opening in Body O Adams?
Barrio Adams.
Hey, el
Barrio
vato lo
Barrio.
dijo bien, dog.
Wow, look at you're learning.
Look,
The world is healing.
Duolingo.
Yes. No, en serio.
Keep going, dale, dale.
A little bullying goes a long way.
Biblioteca.
Nuestro plan is, we plan to open probably the end of June.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and we're going to open up with our soft openings with food and some NA products because we're still pending our license. We have a few struggles with that, but we're almost done.
That's always fun, dude.
I know.
Jesus.
Well, we gotta
It's a
open.
new spot too. One of the nice things about where you guys decided to open this place up, there's not a lot of that in that area. So 30th Street, right, is popping and everybody
Yeah.
wants to be proximal
Wormwood,
to that.
Yeah.
Polite
But-
Provisions. And
Yeah, but you keep on going down the street, like headed towards University Heights. If you were coming from 30th, there's kind of like a little virgin territory
It's like
when
a
it
little
comes
island.
to drinking
It's
and
a
eating.
double-edged sword, though, because it's awesome that there is nobody as proposed competition in the market, but also nobody has gone down there and applied for a license or has done these things. So
Right.
you guys have to be the pioneers of that and go knocking on residences,
Yep, that's
go
what's
knocking
happening.
on schools and making sure that people are within, or rather not within that 100, 200 yard fucking proximity.
Well, that's the nice thing about the whole thing is that the reception has been crazy.
Yes.
You're not going over there saying, hey, bringing Jell-O molds to the neighbors. You're like, they're coming up to his spot going, when are you opening?
Yeah, it's
Very
We've
nice.
been wanting this.
that makes it a lot easier, dude.
it is. And dig this, Steve-O, it's like every era from like young professional couples to single adults to elderly folks to people pushing their strollers to dog walkers. It's been great. We've had nothing but positive stuff. And
I'm drinking blue coffee right now.
yeah, and we got Kano coming in with a coffee concept in the morning.
El compa Cano, dog.
Yeah,
El
Cano.
Cano, dude, yeah.
We want to get so the area is like in its little island, and it's the hyper local experience I think we're going to get is going to keep the doors open, and then the destination guys that want to go to Fall or blah. or
That's
some
where
of
the profit comes.
Yep.
Yeah, good on you, bro. Yeah, because you got to own your backyard, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to own your backyard. If you're gonna open within a community, a neighborhood, a block, you've got to own that backyard, and you had to
Correct.
make sure that the neighboring residents come to you. You are the destination for the locals, and then at that point, it's like, okay, the lights are on.
Yeah.
everything's paid. We can continue to operate. And then you start getting a little bit more from the outside,
Yep.
Good on you, man.
And in that neighborhood,
switch out.
you got to offer a little bit more than just what's expected, right?
Short
and,
shorts.
and that's a great thing. Very short shorts.
Extremely.
Kind of like yours.
I mean, it's
Those
Those are very
short.
I'm not just a member.
Those are very short.
I'm the fucking president of the short shorts.
How else
bro.
is he gonna show off that Elwood tattoo?
What's
Look
up,
at
dude?
that. A little white.
I need another tattoo,
Oh, that's
man.
two. Yeah, you got to get some
I don't know if
sun
they
on
put the
those
year
legs,
of my
dog.
birth on there or some a
You gotta go
three
to
color.
the thigh. You gotta even it out.
What's your wife's
Something to
name?
you,
Or
bro.
her lips.
So, entrepreneurially, you're doing well with your ventures too. Elwood's doing well. Both
I love them all.
Ales.
I love them all. Yeah,
great,
bro.
man.
It's great in the sense that look, they're all open still. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's always a struggle. It's always. I mean, we're having our
balance.
we have our monthly finance meeting. And we just had that one last week. And just kind of going over. It's like, hey, things are good, but this is what we need to work on. So today we're having our staff meeting. We haven't had a staff meeting in a minute, dude.
Right.
So we're gonna bring everybody in from Little Italy and from the brewery and on 3rd Avenue and just kind of go over where we are, what our goals are, and what we have to do. It's just that. It's fun, but it's overwhelming because I think from the outside in, people look and say,
he owns a
"Oh,
bar. He
this
has a
fucking
brewery."
guy,
You're just
dog,
selling beer.
Yeah, you don't do anything. You're just selling fucking beer. Oh, you got a bar, blah blah blah. You got this. It's like all those things. They take time away from what your priority is.
Right.
And your priorities have to be in the onset running these businesses,
Yeah.
bro. Shit. I don't know if you remember, but when we first opened the brewery, I lived at the brewery.
I remember that.
My youngest son was born in July of 2017. The brewery was born August of 2017. So it was like, I was away from the pad, even though my pad is 3 blocks from the brewery, bro. My pad is like literally
Allegedly,
yeah,
we don't want people knowing this anymore.
yeah. Well, they didn't know. I don't know. They know where the brewery is. But yeah, I'm a stone's throw away from the brewery, so I was literally there. I was opening, I was closing. I was there at 11:30, and then I was leaving at 12:30.
You're still there often, bro.
Not as much. No,
Yeah, but I mean, you're working the bar. You're still involved.
Catch me on Fridays. You want to
Cash me
hang
outside.
out? You want to hang out? You know, I'll be there Friday slinging chelines.
When you're there slinging cellos, it's cool that you're still in the mix. But I mean, you like you said, it's a balance between family. We're all family men. We get it, and we into our jobs and making sure that the businesses that we create still continue.
Yeah.
When we're not standing there all the time.
I don't care about who got there first.
Yeah.
I want to know who stayed there the longest. For me, it's a marathon, you know? So we're coming up on 8 years. You just pushed up on 9 years and down in Tranens Peninsular, bro. So I mean, those are the things I want to continue to do.
Yeah.
I was at a Chamber of Commerce meeting this last week.
They let you in there?
They invited me, bro. They sent me with some big dogs.
Jesus
And you know,
Christ.
and we're humble. We portray to be like these. Look at us, but I'm pretty fucking humble. I don't say much of anything. I'm a dickhead, but I don't say much. Oh, I got this. I do that. I do this. We keep it pretty low key. But sometimes it feels good when other people bring up these things and start talking about, hey, dude, 8 years as a small business is a fucking feat.
Yeah.
8 years as a
Especially
small
through
business,
COVID,
yeah.
through
Dude, all of those
changes,
things, bro.
through everything going
So
on.
big ups to you and to you, bro.
All of us.
Hey, well, I'm not a business owner
Overport?
just yet.
You are.
but you know-
Overport, dog. What are you talking
yeah,
about?
Dude, you're a co-host of one of the most historic podcasts in the
I
region.
heard. That's big news too.
Readers, what is it? The Readers People's Vote. How many awards have you gotten already?
Fucking 3. Who's counting, bro?
We might have.
Yeah, dude.
We'll talk to you about that on August 8th.
We might have to get one of those back.
Why? What's August 8th?
Isn't it Emo Brown Day?
Shit, you're right. August 9th.
9th.
August 9th. August 9th.
both days in my
Emo
book.
Brown Day. By the city
We
of
should
Chula
make a
Vista.
collab for that.
Say when, dog. You
We
tell
should.
us.
Let me
Serio.
get my Sentry.
Let me get my sentry, bro.
Let me get my
do it.
Sentry.
It's important. I want to. We never got that away one done, so it's time to get that done.
I want to bring I want to bring like the whole concept of Una Más though. I want you to talk a little bit about, you know, the whole philosophy behind it, because
Sure.
we're talking about what we're doing and who's involved and stuff like that, and it's coloring what is a philosophy, what is an idea. Where was the inception of this place?
Well, honestly, the whole message is kind of like what Steve was saying with El Cruce. It was like giving people an experience of what we've got going on down south without feeling uncomfortable to come to the place or not wanting to cross the border, but literally a little taste of the passion that I have as a gringo frijolero living in Mexico,
You see that?
bringing it up.
I don't know.
All of a sudden. Go.
Yeah.
Oh.
All of a sudden. it comes out. Whoa. But no, that's really the passion behind how proud I am to be a guy living in Baja and giving that experience to people up here. It's really what it is.
Good on you, bro.
Yeah.
Good on you. And good on you.
Good on you.
for
How about
seeing-
that?
good on
Very
all
good
of us.
on you.
For seeing
on
an
you, Barry.
opportunity like this, and you know,
Full transparency. I didn't reach out to Collin. Colin reached out to me, so I credit.
pardon my dick drop.
No,
Pardon my
because
dick drop.
I don't want. That wasn't me, brother. And honestly, I give you. I thank you, brother. I really do. I'm excited to be a part of this project, and I feel very honored to be trusted in that capacity, especially being so new. And Overport is like basically it's barely starting, right? And so for you to trust what me and Danny can do for this concept is great. But you came to me and we had to sit down in a conversation about it. He was looking for someone to take the helm on the marketing
Very
and social
nice.
media and stuff.
It's important.
And he just caught wind of what we were doing for Crazy Burger, what we were kind of doing alongside Barley and Sword. And then he just said, hey man, you guys might be a perfect fit. And so far, I think we are.
Yeah, it's been organic.
You know what I
and
mean?
it's growing naturally. I mean, I've learned a lot about Instagram analytics from him and how
Really?
it works. Yeah, I didn't really realize some of the intricacies of
Where the
He ain't
fuck
told
is
us
that
shit.
here?
You guys got a guy. You guys got a guy.
Right
got
on
a
cue,
guy.
BJ, and be like, where the fuck is that Lozano, dude?
this guy gives me a report and shows me the organic reaches and where it's getting. I didn't realize that, and I tell
I'll
my
give you an
All
organic
those doesn't even talk in the group chat.
Organic reach around.
now I'm pushing on my fools down south. I'm like, hey, look, man, I got a one-man band here in San Diego.
Let him get his
Showing you-
Sentry again. Let him renew his Sentry.
Then we'll go
ship
over
him
there,
down
yeah, we'll
Sorry,
go
guys, you're
propose.
right.
Ship him out,
Jeff's in.
dude. Jeez.
But dude, and even when we sat down and we started talking about the concept, I mean, the things that have changed from then till now with the food concept, with some of the other hurdles that you're facing right now, the involvement of like guys like Liquor Store Mike, everything's just been so fucking
Very nice.
rad, bro.
Good.
And it's been involving the homies.
Yes.
Yeah.
It smooths things out. It creates a nice little avenue to kind of like operate within. Because you already know obstacles will always find a way to
For
present
sure.
themselves. So anytime there's good shit going on, soak it in.
Well, you know, I say saying it's like it's cheaper to pay up front, and how can that play into this? It's like you can easily go to AI and make a logo, and you might get there, but going and having Jeff going, hey, look, Mike's interested and you're interested, let's do it. it's not about how much we paid him. I appreciated what he did, but it's the fact that here's another fellow San Diegan that's worked hard in his career, who I've worked with in textiles. So we knew each other already. And I got to work with someone that truly listened to our message. And that was cool. And like I said, again, with the providers, choosing our providers. We got another homie. He's not in Chula. He's in Barrio Logan, F&V Produce. Omar, his family's been servicing the taco shop business for 55 years. All the produce, they do Roberto's, Adalberto's, this Berto, that Berto. They're helping us with our produce.
Okay.
And so it's another local family. They're right there on Newton Street, back in the back streets there. He's involved, and he turned me on to Gabriel's Tortillas. So Gabriel's helping out now. And then also Danny is bringing in a blue corn concept that's also another local. So it just starts to
Masa.
Yeah, it starts to domino when you use the right guys instead of just backing the Cisco truck up and having 10-pound cans fall out the back, you know?
There it is, bro. Look at that.
Seriously.
Dude,
So
I'm excited. I'm excited too. I'm really excited.
All right.
I'm excited that you're
for you
excited.
guys.
You're getting paid to be excited. Okay, let's fucking.
I'm
chill.
excited that you're excited.
This is organic excitement.
This is organic. This is fucking for free
can see.
excitement
I
right
can
now.
see.
Oh shit, wait. So yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I'm very interested in keeping tabs on what's going on leading up to the opening. Any way we can help to promote and push it
sure.
out there with Lozano. Let us know, man. We're all in. You know.
Well, I'd love to make this one of your guys' bike stops if you guys ride that far north.
Okay.
It would be great to have you guys there. If you guys make it up that way, we can make that an Emo Brown stop. I would be honored to have you guys there.
Yeah, you're gonna have to ride.
Bro, I'm fucking.
You're gonna have to ride,
I've been
BJ.
training my
I
whole.
have to dust my bike off.
I'll give you something to dust, bro. We're gonna do this.
You've been doing those rides still? You still do them?
There's a lot of drama in the bike community.
Oh, boy.
There's a lot. So yeah, we kind of like removed ourselves from all that. But yeah, we
Very
were talking.
Sons of Anarchy biker.
Yeah, dude.
Well,
Like,
really?
you
What,
can't
like kidnapping
You gotta rep
people?
this. You gotta like, you know what? We're adults here.
No
We
pinky
got-
rings on this ride.
We got things to
rep
do.
those
But yeah,
colors.
we were just talking about that the other day. Chiclin and myself and a couple of the other OG Emo Brown club members about riding again and just kind of like taking it out and doing it.
Take it back.
We would love to have the inaugural ride out again to be visiting you guys at Una Más.
I would love that. It'd be
That would
great
be
to host
sick.
you
Yeah,
guys.
it'd be sick, man.
It'd be really
Hey,
neat.
by the way, and they do an early ride too. Let's not forget that I know I mentioned them a little while ago, but Gano's already going to be posting up with Blue
Woot.
Coffee.
Very nice.
So-
Kill two birds with one stone,
Bro, he's even opening up before the food component.
Yeah, so Kano's getting Blue going probably, I think, next week. So
Really?
It's going to
Oh,
start,
heck yeah.
start turning some revenue and let him have an opportunity to kind of get a spot.
Get the beak wet.
Yeah, get the noise. Yeah, exactly. Get the beak wet. Get ripping and then promote people. Hey, look, this is what's going on, and the food, and they'll see the place, they'll see the progress, and then we're actually going to do a whole mocktail concept as well in the interim.
What are you calling it? Moxology?
Moxology, yes.
Moxology.
Yeah,
I was
so-
reading an article. Gen Z people don't go out and drink.
No.
They don't start tabs. They do one and done.
Yeah.
We can attest to that. I see it at the brewery all
Yeah?
the time, bro.
It's-
I
you
see
can
it at
see
the
the
brewery all the
trend.
time.
You
Yeah.
can see the trend, but the mocktail concept we feel will be good for everyone that wants to feel like, oh, I don't want to go there. It's beer and wine only. Like, oh yeah, they're embracing not just non-alcoholic beer, actually making something that's going to taste good and give somebody an opportunity to have a
Yeah.
Who doesn't like a
Colada.
nice Shirley Temple, you know?
Oh, I love Shirley Temples.
Well,
You
Two
look like
cherries.
Shirley Temple, bro.
little
cherries.
fact. Dig this little fact that is found out on Friday. If you don't have a liquor license, you can't even sell NA beer because there's still that 0.005.
Yeah.
It's still considered
I feel
an
ya.
alcoholic libation.
Mhm.
So no NA
If you drink
beers.
100 of them, it's almost like having a beer.
It's almost like
having a beer.
peanut
Watch me
before you
try.
get
Yeah, we've seen you do many things, BJ. Now,
It's almost Compas Challenge number 3.
100
how
NA
many,
beers.
how many cases of these NAs can you have
Before you get drunk, we'll have a breathalyzer, dude. and
Oh,
we'll,
man.
all right. I think that the new trend in non-alcoholic beverages and stuff is something that you guys need to embrace.
Yeah.
And you guys are going to embrace it. And I just think that the real play is going to be bringing the I'll call it real beer into the mix because that's the whole
Well,
that's
it's
the whole
thing.
gist of it,
ties
right?
together with the
Rear
food.
beer is
Rear
what you
beer.
said.
Rear
Just
beer.
because he birthed a rear child doesn't mean he's going to slang rear beer, Lozano.
I'm excited for rear beer, rear beer. But the whole thing is about just figuring out what's going to work in this fucking wonky industry that is F&B, bro. Like you know it. You guys you own a brewery, you own a bar. You got to adjust sometimes to where the generation is taking their tastes. You know what I mean? And if you don't, then you can plant that flag. You can be like, this is where we stand, and there's plenty of people that are going to have success in that. But if you can be malleable.
What's the word of COVID? And we all know it. Starts
Pivot.
with a P.
Pivot.
There we go.
We got a pivot.
Good band, by the way.
Great band from the early 90s,
Amazing
bro.
band, by the
Good
way.
band.
Big ups, Pivot.
Yeah, dude.
Friends of the show.
Friends of the show out of Encinitas, California.
Let me give you a little fun fact on that. So Pivot, my buddy Mike Monroe, we started
Red Eye Records.
Red Eye Records. And Pivot, I played with Mike, obviously, with Nowhere Fast and The Freak Show. I was a drummer. But anyways, when Pivot was getting their start, we hosted them at my clothing warehouse down on Kettner, and Pivot had their first live show.
Fuck
Shit,
Yeah.
bro.
It was-
Big Pivot fan.
They ripped, man. They were really good dudes. I hope those guys are all doing well.
Best band on Red Eye Records? Probably. I get it. Unwritten Law, Blue
Yeah.
Room, whatever. But Pivot was legit.
For me,
dog.
Pivot, I think, takes that spot. And Blue, obviously, that album went a lot farther, but
Yeah,
Pivot was, to me, a depiction of a punk rock band in that era, you know, with the forbidden beat and stuff. And
Very, very surf oriented,
Yeah.
bro.
They were
My
rad.
favorite guy in that band was Micah. Micah, the bass player,
Yeah.
fucking to rip. That's
got
where
down.
that's where I learned how to play bass. Just by watching him, he did some crazy ass shit on the bass.
yeah, and obviously,
Damn, look at you bringing it back. I love
yeah,
it, dude.
dude.
Fuck.
See?
Big ups, Greg Raymond.
Big ups, friend of the show.
Greg Raymond, love him. A big friend, a long friend of mine, too. I mean, that guy gave me a lot of guidance through the year. And hope
Fuck,
he's
if you're
doing
taking guidance from Greg, you're fucked up.
well. Yeah, well, look where I'm at now. But you know what I never did? I never bought a stupid muscle car like him, though. So
He's
sorry,
got like
Greg.
7
I know.
stupid muscle cars.
Fucking love that guy. I can't wait to see him again. I miss that guy.
In summation, it's coming, Adams Avenue. Barrio of Adams.
Yes,
It's
sir.
coming. Una Más, bro.
I like
End
it.
of
Sounds
June.
good.
Soft openings. Be patient. It's a new business. Let things take shape. Let everybody kind of become accustomed to operating in this new establishment. But I'm excited for what you have coming.
Thank you,
have the homie Cano operating and slinging cafe, bro. You got the big homie Danny Romero slinging all of the tender bites that you'll be having in there. You got all of the breweries. And so, what are some of the vinos, wines that you're bringing from the Valle?
Corona del Valle, Cavas Maciel,
There it is.
Lechuza.
Oot, stop right
Yeah,
there.
they're good. You know, the ones, we might bring in a few other little ones in here and there. We're also going to bring some wine down from Washington because the wine's really good. But yeah, just a shout out to all the Baja providers, to Wedlin, Insurgente, Transpensa, my whole crew. And then obviously the legacy brewers, Paul Segura.
Who?
Big ups, Paul.
Paul.
Los Tortugas.
Las
Yeah,
Tortugas.
I know him more of like a guitarist now
I
than an
know.
actual master
A
brewer.
surf guitar.
An ambassador
Yeah.
for bare feet.
So,
Talking about
yeah.
he is on the news and he's on the radio all the time as a beer guy.
I just
Paul.
know him as the guy who rips once a month at the brewery with his
hikes a
band Los Tortugas.
And he hikes a lot too.
Yeah?
He's a gnarly hike guy now. He
bro.
goes climbing all kinds of
He's,
trails.
that's right. He always takes a picture of himself with a can of
Can of
beer
beer.
up there, dude.
Somebody told him to take a hike and he took it serious.
Take a hike. But take a 4-pack with me, dude.
Actually, that sounds nice.
Emo Brown Riders, pay attention. We're bringing it back.
Yes.
Maybe just for one ride only. Maybe we'll do it a monthly. We don't know.
Take
No
a video.
rules. We're
Emo
doing
Brown
it the way-
hikers, and we
we're
hike
doing
from
it
here
the
to
way
there.
we
Drama,
want.
Steven.
We're doing it the way we want. And we're going to go as our inaugural ride. We're going to go up to Adams Avenue and we're going to go visit Una Más. And then it's going to
Barrio
be
Adams.
fucking awesome. bro.
Beautiful. Thank
So
you.
yeah, as soon as we get a date nailed down for the soft opening or whenever it is you want to host us, you let us know. We'll rally the
Thank
troops and we'll make a trip up there. We'll make sure to support. Shout out Baja. What is this on your hat?
Baja Bound.
Baja Bound. Shout out. bro. Mexican insurance
Bro,
you can trust.
BajaBound.com. Jeff Hill. He's a homie.
Hella
dude's
Wayne's
so
World
sick,
moment,
too,
bro.
Whoa.
Final thoughts? Lozano.
I think that there's not going to be too much of a honeymoon phase. I think you guys are going to go straight into it. I think there's going to be a lot of the excitement that I already see kind of growing, the anticipation, and just knowing who's involved. I know it's going to deliver, dude. So I'm really excited to be on this ride, bro. So thanks for bringing me into the mix. And then, you know, by proxy, everybody else is in the mix now too.
No, and again, my last little words is, first off, thank you for letting me be part of Overpour. And then first thing I said to Jeff was, when can I get on Emo Brown? Because I really love this show. I like what you've been doing, Steve, your whole foundation, your crew. It's really cool. And I'm glad that I've been able to be part of this from kind of its inception.
Yes, sir.
And it means a lot to me to be accepted back on the show. So thank you for all you
Accepted
guys.
this fucking
Yeah,
guy.
yeah,
Is
you
that
accept-
Well,
the
that was on the
mayor
show. I
of
mean-
Third Avenue
Well,
has
hold on to your
Don
britches
Don
because I'd
Fanucci
like to
will
get
allow
you
you
back,
back.
and I'd like to talk more music and
There we go.
all the punk rock shit. 'Cause
Oh, yeah, dude.
we got a little bit of it before the show. You and me had our little bro down, and I
did.
think you got some stories we could definitely hear on this show.
For sure, Barry. I appreciate it. It was great to finally meet the infamous Barry, too.
Barry Swallows.
Just don't tell anybody.
Just don't say that. Barry says everything sucks. So remember, that's fucked up. That sucks, right?
This
Yeah,
is
that's me.
crazy. I got a text from him before the show even started. I'll fucking read it to you. I'll read it right now. I'll fucking
Oh yeah,
be
go
transparent.
ahead.
with
Let's
the
see it.
episode. So
It's amazing you can read. This is really what we're proud of.
Yeah, is he going to listen to it too?
Here it is.
Yeah, he's got
bro.
an audio
His
version of my
voice to
text.
I should, dude.
What
What's
does
up,
Luna say?
brother?
Text
Super
to-
excited to be on the show today. Heart emoji.
Oh, that's not from me.
It's Collin. New cell number from Yakima. Oh. Don't roast me too bad today, bro.
I put it up with the numbers on there.
Yeah, dude. Am I that fucking
People are
guy?
scared of you, Steven,
Am
'cause
I
you're a
that guy?
dickhead.
I am a dickhead, but a friendly dickhead.
You are a
We're
dickhead.
good at it.
I'm a non-predatory dickhead. just a just a regular old friendly dickhead, dude.
Super nice guy has to send you a text
Shit,
message.
bro. That was kind of like a little like, all right, I better fucking take it easy on Collin, bro.
Well, in full disclosure, Danny spun that text totally differently. That's what he did. He was best with the skateboard videos.
I don't think it was. I
wasn't
thought it was
bad.
great. I
It
don't
was a
think
great
there was
video, yeah.
anything that you.
no, I didn't do it. It wasn't negative at all, but it was like the way it came out was like,
Oh, Steve says he's got the block.
Oh man! One time, a long time ago, somebody was doing an interview on us at the brewery, and they talked to me, and he's like, "Hey, well, you're Mr. Chula Vista," and I was like, "Nah, homie, I am not. I am not." And then I got pressed by some of the locals, some of the local, call it the ruffian crowd. It's like, "Oh, Mr. Chula Vista." I said, "Nah, fool, you saw that. No, that ain't me." So yeah, it's not my block.
No.
I simply.
Is that the same dude that commented on your Crocs?
Who commented on my Crocs, fool? What the
Walking on
fuck?
3rd Avenue?
I would have commented on your Crocs
Motherfuckers
too.
love checking me until I say some shit. No, respectfully, homie. I'm a friend of the show.
Well, I have Crocs. I love Crocs. No, I was just saying because I have Crocs too.
well, I got one more shout out for someone
This
else.
fucking
on the
guy
block.
over here,
Hey,
homie.
let him shout out.
Motherfucker thinks he's fucking part of the Ozzy Osbourne crew.
Yeah.
Give me shout outs
Let
on
him
fucking
shout out.
Ozfest.
He's going for Boogeyman's record over here.
Last shout out, because I know the clock's ticking, but the Lutheroth family, they are also on the block. Oscar Lutheroth and his family, they own the building where the town hall's at.
Okay.
And they're the owners of the Corral Marina Hotel down in Ensenada.
Ooh, okay.
He also lives on 4th Avenue, not too far from you. And his family is a born and raised Chula Vista guys.
Big ups, Luthero family.
Yeah. And they also created, a lot of people don't know this, they created the Lucha Libre Wrestling. And they just
Shut up.
celebrated. They just celebrated down in Ensenada. They created it
They
back
created
in
it.
the
They
30s.
created Lucha Libre, bro.
1933, his great grandfather started the Lucha Libre movement.
No
because
way.
It was all boxing, like the reverse fist boxing.
The Irish style.
Yeah.
Put him up.
They got laughed out of Arena Mexico, so they went down to the street and found another arena and ended up not only buying Arena Mexico, but bought all the arenas where the Lucha's at, and Mysterio, Blue Demon, all that. That's all their family's legacy.
Friends of the show.
Big ups.
Please.
No, and Oscar's a big fan of you guys too. Him and his family come to the brewery a
Ándale,
lot.
no sabías
Big
tú.
ups, Oscar and his family. Always supporting Chula Vista through and through, as Chula Vistans do.
Yep. Cheers out to that.
Created Lucha Libre.
Take us out, Luzano. This was your episode today. You started it, you finish it.
All right, folks, that's all we have for you. Big up to Liquid Death for sponsoring Emo Brown and this week's episode of Local Love.